morning, everybody. It's just after sunrise on a very cloudy day, and I'm out at a location that I haven't been out to photograph in a while, but I'm out today to try to photograph white-tailed deer. Now, I'm here a lot for hikes, and I see a lot of deer here, so I wanted to come out early this morning and see if I could find any to photograph. And I just did this little bend here, and there was a young buck that was in this field, which is perfect. It just kind of walked a little bit farther over into this aspen grove. All the aspens are bright yellow right now, and it kind of went farther into the field. So I'm going to try to go down this path a little bit, try to get ahead of it, and see if I can set up and try to get some photos of it. So awesome start to the morning. There's another deer in front of me. I can just see his ears. I mean, are you kidding me right now? I hope this camera caught that, but that deer was about 20 feet from me. She's since moved and kind of walked away from me. She's still foraging, which is amazing. And I've moved a little bit away from her so I can talk a little bit and try to figure out where I'm gonna set up next. The young buck that I first saw is still in this thicket somewhere, I believe. But the grass is almost as tall as me, if not taller than me in some spots, so it's really hard to see these animals. This could be where they bed down for the day. So I'm not sure if there's gonna be much movement anymore, but this field is a great location for the deer. They're eating, they have protection. I was looking quickly at the back of the camera, and I think I have some good images. I had to turn off subject detection and just use kind of the single point autofocus box without animal detect, because there was so much grass between me and the animal, even though they're still so close. So I'm hoping I got some clear images. I was doing manual focus and such, so we will see when we get back to the computer, but just an amazing start. And there's some snow flurries every now and then as well. So let's see if we can reposition ourselves and maybe find the same deer or some more deer that are in this field. The doe is pretty consistently moving to my left over here. She's still back that way a little ways, but I'm gonna try to go and get ahead of her on the path and see if I can get her as she comes towards me. She's not very skittish, which is really nice. And I took out the 150 to 400 just to try to get some more close-up detail shots to kind of add some variety to the footage. I'm able to get a lot with the 200 or the 50 to 200, but if she stays a pretty good distance away, I still can't get those nice detailed, really close-up shots. And I don't want to put on my teleconverter yet because the light is just really low. So I'm going to sneak up, get into position and wait. And hopefully she'll keep continuing towards me and foraging. Okay, I've circled around and I can see her. She's in some really tall grass. And the only way I know she's there is because the grass is moving as she's stepping in. It looks like she is coming my direction. So now it's just time to sit and wait and hope she comes out into this section where the grass is a little bit lower, and hopefully I can get some more clear images of her. I've moved away from where the deer was. She's either laid down in the grass or she's become aware of my presence and is too spooked to do anything. And she's been really cooperative this morning, so I don't want to ruin that. And I just decided to leave and let her be. She had been moving around pretty good in the grass, so I could see the grass moving and definitely hearing her crunch on the grass. But that's since stopped. So I have a feeling she's probably laid down because she wasn't too concerned with my presence, and it's a great spot for them to bed down. So I'm going to move on. There's a lot more field to look at, and there's also a section of the forest where I'm going to try to go explore, because that's a spot where I've seen a lot of deer in the forest as well. So let's continue on and see what we can find. I've made my way into the forest now. I couldn't see any more deer out in the field. There probably were some, but it's amazing how well camouflaged they are, especially when they're standing still. So I've moved into this section of the forest, and this is an area where I've seen deer before. And one of the reasons that it's good for them, especially during the day, is there's a lot of brushy and shrubby areas. So there's a lot of spots for them for protection, to bed down, and to just kind of stay unnoticed. So I'm hoping that since it's still pretty early in the morning, that there might be some that are still moving in to this area where they're going to bed down for the rest of the day. But we'll just have to wait and see. The wind's starting to pick up again. But I'm hoping that because this is a shrubby area as well, there might be some bird activity as well. So it's very quiet right now. So we'll just have to cross our fingers and hope that we can find something. There are 2 deer right in front of me. I looked up and there's one looking right at me. Now the one deer that was right in front of me on the path has actually since turned its back to me, and she is continuing to forage, which is awesome. But she is walking away from me at this point. This morning is just full of really nice encounters with deer. I was able to follow along with those 2 doe, and they knew I was there, but they were perfectly fine. I would move, they'd look at me, and they'd continue foraging. Great encounter. They've moved into the forest, farther away from the trail. I put on the 1.4 teleconverter just to try to get a little bit more reach on the long end of the lens, but they've moved farther away into the forest. I'm really tempted to try to get ahead of them, go off trail. I think because there's so much down leaves, I'm gonna make more noise and I'm gonna end up spooking them, because I think right now they're fine with me because I'm on the trail. They're used to humans and everything's fine. But I think once I step off trail, they're gonna start getting really wary. But this is a great location. I think if I was about a half hour earlier in this location, I would have been able to get ahead of the deer and got a lot better footage. But yeah, we'll see. Well, it is time for me to head out and head home. It was just a really nice morning to be out. The images, the photos are nothing crazy, nothing spectacular, but just the encounters were really, really good. Just the fact that everything was so calm, the wildlife was so willing to allow me to be there. They just continue to go and do what they need to do, to forage, to lay down. It was just really, really nice, and really nice encounter. Especially with a subject that I haven't had much luck photographing, funnily enough. They're just usually very skittish, and today, for whatever reason, or maybe this location, for whatever reason, they're just not very skittish. So I definitely have plans to come back here again, set up in some areas where the deer were ahead of time, hopefully. So that hopefully they'll be coming towards me instead of me shooting from behind. But it was still a really nice encounter. Beautiful morning to be out. A little snow flurries, the second ones of the season. And yeah, that'll be it for me. I hope you enjoyed this short little video, and I will see you out there again really soon. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. A lot of my analytics show that well over half of the folks that watch are not subscribed. So if you could subscribe, I'd really, really appreciate it. It's a free way to support the channel. It really means a lot to me, and it just helps me grow this channel and hopefully have more folks watch my videos as well. So thank you so much, and I'll see you again really soon.